What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a different type of video on my channel that you don't often see. As you can see by the title, this is my official 1 year. It's a little bit more than a year, but it is a 1 year review of the Newmen GM610 mechanical gaming wireless keyboard. Now, this keyboard you can use through Bluetooth or wired, like a normal keyboard. That's not normal, but whatever. Um, that is your choice. It is a 60% mini keyboard. It is, as you can see, pretty small. I mean, this is my hand right here. Like, it's small. That's the good thing about it, because it is really portable. It's light. It's something that, you can fit in a backpack if you really wanted to, easily. I wouldn't do that if I were you, but, who knows if you need it for a backpack. Regardless, I'm going to go over my opinions after using this keyboard for around a year now. It's a little bit more than a year. I think it was in June it was a year. So, I'll go over some things that I have to say about the keyboard and my experience with it. If you are interested in getting it yourself, I'm not sponsored, so this is fully honest with me. Yeah. And I'm also going to go over some questions I was seeing in my other videos about the Newmen GM610, which, if you have any issues with it, check those videos out. They may help you in more depth than this video will, but I'm going to go into some general questions that are more simple to get it out of the way. But first, I pulled up the keyboard on Amazon, which is where I got it, and where the link in the in the description will be. So here is the new Newmen GM610, and it's going to cost you around $49.99. Obviously, there's a sale for 17% off, just $10. But also, you can see here, you can save an extra 10% with this coupon, making this whole keyboard $39.99. That is a steal. I'm honestly surprised that it's $39.99, because this keyboard is a unit. I have yet to switch any of the switches on this thing, the actual physical switches, even though it does come with some extra ones here. As you can see, they are 3-pin, Autumu, I can't say that, but they are replaceable if you want to get your own switches if you need to. They are 3-pin, so they are limited. I believe you can use other 3-pin switches. I would be careful with that, though. I'm not positive. Again, also not sponsored, so I don't really know. But if you are replacing the switches, I would stick with this whole. I can't say that. I'm not going to say it wrong again. But I would stick with those switches, and you should be good. But the thing is, I have yet to replace them, and every single key is working perfectly. And the box comes with like 3 extra, so you're all set. Now, my first question I'm going to go over, because since I am looking on Amazon, is how well does this keyboard compare to the RK Royal Kludge RK61? So the RK61. You can see here, I pulled that up right here. So as you can see, the base price, the RK61 is actually cheaper at $56.99. But in all honesty, guys, these two keyboards are so similar that honestly, you won't notice the difference. What I've been telling people in the comments who have said, oh, which one should I get? I've been saying, whatever you see is cheaper at the time, I would go with that. The only thing that I believe this keyboard is better than the Newmen is that the fact that it is 3-pin and 5-pin switches, so you could switch the switch pins to either or, while the Newmen's only 3, so you are limited on that. But as you can see here, you could save $7 on top of the $49.89, so that's only $42. $3 difference. I wouldn't say either or on this case, but again, they're so similar that you won't have any issue with either, honestly, like if you choose one or the other. Because again, I've had this keyboard, as you can see here, for more than a year now. No replacements, nothing changed to it. I've switched the keys around physically, like the colors, because it comes with these extra colors, the blue colors and the red. I've switched them around for fun. I've changed it up. I've changed it back to the clean white. I rock with the white. So, I had like the WSAD, different colors at one point. I didn't really like that too much. So, we're back here. And, again, this is my full, honest opinion on this keyboard. Not my opinion, but my insights. Is that I've had 0 problems with this keyboard throughout an entire year. I honestly forget to charge this keyboard I can be using it for a week, and I'm like, oh shoot, I see that the little indicator is yellow here, so if that's red, that means it's dead, and I'm like, oh shoot, it's dying. I gotta charge it in. I rarely ever like use a keyboard for like one day and it dies. Only it has great battery life. Again, like I think for a weekish of use, not like full on gaming 24/7 through that week, but like average 2 hours, 3 hours per day use type thing. Again, great battery life. I think for a keyboard that's only 49, even $39. Key wise, like it's a blue switch keyboard. It's nothing crazy. Again, you're paying $59 or whatever, how much ever you're paying. You are not paying for the high end quality, beautiful clicking sound keyboard. This is again a budget keyboard. That's what it is. You're not going to get the greatest sound, but it sounds all right. I like the blue switches because I type a lot and it just feels nice. But that's your choice of red, blue, or brown. Don't get brown. I'm kidding. If you have brown, I'm not hating on you. Just why? Okay, so with my opinions to conclusion, I believe that this keyboard is well worth $50. I've been using it again for a year. Battery problems, no issue. Bluetooth problems, I've had no issues. Using the app, which I'm going to go to another question, which a lot of people have. How do I access the app with this keyboard? So, I have a video of that on how to get the software itself. It is actually so simple. You just go to the Newmen website, look up like the Newmen GM website. You're going to go to products. How do I do this? Okay. So I actually got pulled up for you guys real quick. I honestly have got this question so much, we're going to answer it here. So you're on the website, Newmen website. You're going to go to services. You're going to hit download center. All you're going to do here is you're going to download the game keyboard. If it loads. Hello. I think I broke it. But you're going to go game keyboard and you're going to download the Newmen GM610. As you can see here, it was updated in June. They're keeping up to date, so shout out to them, I guess. Now, the question was, how do I use this app? I can't access it. It says no keyboard detected. And like I've said before in multiple videos, it says something like this. Device is disconnected. If you see this, switch the keyboard to wired mode and plug it directly into your computer. Then try again and the app will work. If you've downloaded correctly, if everything's run fine, that is how you access the app. You can change the binds in there. You can do the RGB settings in there. You can do pretty much everything customizable with this keyboard is in the app. And again, in order to access it, you have to be in the wired mode. How do you know if you're in the wired mode? This button is red. Tab here, you'll see it's glowing red. Now, I have a video on how to do that in more depth. Go check that out if you need it. But moving on. So, pairing this keyboard with the app, it makes it so versatile in that you can do everything a higher budget keyboard can do. Macros, if you really feel like it. You can do custom binds. You can do whatever you want on this keyboard. You can do custom RGB settings. You can have it rainbow. You can have it every time you click something, it changes. I mean, there's a lot you can do on this keyboard through the app. Now, my next question I'm getting a lot of times, not a lot of times, but I think it's a fairly good amount of time, is Mac. I have a Mac. I have a Mac OS, MacBook, Mac desktop. How do I use this keyboard? Now, it does work on Mac in the fact that it connects to Bluetooth and it can connect through wired mode on a Mac. However, I do not believe the app works on a Mac device. So if you want to get the customization access, you have to be on a Windows device. Unfortunately, I believe the download file is an exe file, and unless you can convert that to a macOS download file, you can't really run the app. I don't even think it's native in macOS, so it won't work. I could be wrong. I don't have a Mac device to try it out right now. So, well, actually I do, but I'm not tried yet. I can try if someone really needs it. I'll try to see if it works, but I don't think it does work. Again, if that's something you guys want me to do, I can make a video about it, and I can go more depth with the Mac. However, it does not seem like the Mac OS will work with this keyboard in regards to the app. It will work completely with just keyboard functionality, but the app is where a lot of features of this keyboard come into play, and you won't be able to use those. I've also got the question, again, going back to the RK61, the other keyboard for around the same price. I said, would I still, if I got it at the same price, so let me rephrase that. The question is, I saw the keyboard for around the same price, which was $50. Would you still get the GM610? And personally, I said, it doesn't really matter. It's kind of preference. I would go with the RK61 if it is the same price because it's a little bit more popular. It's a little bit more common. And I feel like if you were to get an issue, it'd be easier to get their contact because they are a bigger company compared to Newmen, which I don't think is a big company, but I could be wrong. I'm moving my hand from the camera, but the GM610 is usually always on sale, and in value, I would say it's the best keyboard to get in the price range because it is like $3 cheaper, and honestly, performance is not that different. It is a budget keyboard. You're not going to get that much more. The sounds aren't going to be that much more. The only difference is the 5-pin, which if that's a major game changer to you, then go with the other one. I've also got, will this work on the PS4 or Xbox? And 100% it does. Bluetooth, I don't think it works on PS4. PS5 could be a whole different story. But it 100% works on wired mode. So if you have a Type-C charger, which is what you use on a PS5, it will work 100% as a keyboard. And I know someone who uses it on PS5, and it works totally fine. I think they use wired mode. So, I'm looking. I'm looking at these questions right now because I don't know all of the top of my head. Sorry about that, guys. Again, yeah. So with PS4, it is not Bluetooth compatible. I've tried it. I was just making sure I tried it before. I have tried it, and unfortunately, it is not connected through Bluetooth, but it works normally on wired mode. PS5 is a whole different story. I don't have one. I couldn't tell you. So, yeah. That is an unfortunate thing with PS4, but I don't even think most Bluetooth devices work with the PS4 unless you have an adapter. So, So in regards to hot swapping, I've had questions before. If I would try to hot swap, what switches would work if I were to do that? Um, since it is 3-pin, it will work with a lot of switches that are 3-pin. I believe it's compatible with all 3-pins. But if you have a switch that is more than 3-pin, according to InServe, that's their actual name tag on YouTube. They responded to a comment on one of my videos with the Newmen GM610, and they said that you can cut the other pins off a more than 3-pin switch with a cutter, and that will work fine. So if you have like a 5, you can just cut 2 off, and that will work fine. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I would say it should work. Again, so even though it is Atumu switches, it should work with any. Again, can you do an Xbox? I'm not sure if Xbox has Bluetooth enabled on it, like a PS4 doesn't. But I don't have an Xbox. If it doesn't work on Bluetooth, it will for sure work on wired mode. So, I've had some questions about the website not loading. That is probably the web server itself, the website server. That's really up to the Newmen. Or as you could see before, I got into it, so it works. Again, how to get into the app. Just make sure you're in wired mode. And last but not least, the link for the download, I'll have it in the description of this video. So if you need the download link, it will be down in there, along with the Amazon link for the keyboard itself. So I hope this video helped you guys out. I want to do this a little bit sooner, but I kind of just forgot about it, and I'm like, let's just do it now. So if you have any other questions, please let me know in the comments below. As always, I'll try to answer them. Again, I'm not an expert at this. I'm not paid by them. I don't work for Newman. I don't get anything from them, unfortunately, as much as I wish I did. So, but I will try to help you, and I hope you in the comments, if you know the answer to them, go ahead and answer other people's questions. It's good to be nice to other people. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. Obviously, just me looking at this keyboard the entire time. I'll give you one ASMR click. And that's the video, guys. Thank you guys for watching.